This is the Night Wolf howling at you, and today we snuck into the sewers to get to the turtle lair and Donatello's lab so we can use his portal to head to Eternia so we can look at the turtles of Grayskull, Krang, Alien Brain, and a Megator Android. That was a mouthful. And actually, the Megator thing, that's actually kind of a nice reference. I just kind of looked at this version of Krang being like a troll version of the android. It hadn't actually occurred to me that it could be based on Megator, but hey, it does work. Anyway, we do see artwork on the top there with some of his weaponry. A little bit on the side with the axe there. And his axe, even though it is designed to go into his hand, I believe is being used on another figure in the third or fourth wave. There's just Krang, like, I think he's farting there. And on the back of the box, we see Krang versus Raphael, the coolest of the Ninja Turtles. In a mad science experiment gone wrong, Krang crosses dimensions and discovers the strongest power in the universe, the power of Grayskull. Now, with a stronger, faster Megator Android body, Krang will stop at nothing until the power is his. And of course, you can insert Krang into Megator, and you can swap his hands with the axe or the axe or the mace. So let's go ahead and open the sucker up. Inside, we see some instructions here on how to swap out the centerpiece that holds Krang, which means we are going to be trying to see if we can fit this on one of the other figures just for fun. In this deluxe carded version of Krang, they did not actually put his little card in an envelope or a plastic baggie. And sadly, once again, we are stuck with no comic. Krang, alien brain, and a Megator android. Mutagen master powers. Krang, genius alien warlord. Master strategist and tactician. Bullcrap. Dimension X gadgets and tech. Megator, giant strength in an android body. Grows to giant size. Weapon augmentation. Dude, if they actually make a version of this that's giant size, that would be awesome. I want to see that for sure. And maybe they will if they actually give us a Megator and Titus in the Origins line. Maybe we could see that body modified for a giant size Krang. So I'm just going to call it right now. And I think they missed an opportunity with this. Just looking at Krang here. I mean, they made him kind of rubbery. But I think that they should have had him on a ball joint here. I mean, he's designed to fit on this thing here. This, right, slide him right into that part, which is, of course, got the plug in there. So, so he's designed to kind of fit there. I guess technically you want to have his arms go out the two little mini holes there, which is why he's probably rubbery, like so. But how cool would it have been if they had made him so he was ball joint compatible, so you could just pop him on somebody's body for the head? Also, it would have been nice if they had given us like a little, well, walkie thing for this, for when he's not attached to the Megator body. Although maybe they'll put out another Krang later that's like, if you remember the old Ninja Turtle toys, He did have the little mini walking body that he used. He also had the little stool with the wheels, which was adorable. But anyway, um, he had that little walking body in the toys with like the full size Krang, and then they had made a Krang in the Android body with like a smaller Krang like this. And who knows, this might even be the same one they used for that back then. Although it was Playmates who did it, not Mattel, so okay, it probably isn't the same one. However, they did make a giant Android body for Krang that the full sized Krang fit into. So maybe they'll do something like that. We can get either we'll get like a big Megator or we'll get a separate larger Krang on a little walkie thing in Masters of the Universe style. That would be cool because we've already seen that they're reissuing a couple of the turtles already. A new Raphael and was it a new Donatello? I think. So anyway, he comes with. Let's go ahead. He comes with his axe hand. It's a pretty nice sized double battle axe. Again, it's got a peg on the end to swap out with his hand. Swap out with his hand. And of course, he comes with the Andre the Giant body. And I believe these are the same cuffs that came with the Andre the Giant figure in the WWE Masters of the WWE line. But we can go ahead. Whatever. We will swap out. We will attempt to push the hand in, the axe in there. Oh, fudge. We also have his mace, and what's really cool about this is it is actually on a set of plastic chain links. So unlike every time Transformers gives us a mace for Megatron, where it's all stiff and just kind of holds there, this actually does move. Saki! Oh. The one thing I am going to note right now, though, is that I would not recommend swapping this out very often. If you want to display it display it in there. If you're not going to, don't move it in and out. Because I can already tell right now this part is going to break if you keep on pushing it in and out. Because it is a really tight fit. Maybe it's just mine that is that tight, but I mean, probably the same thing with the axe too. Like, I'm kind of afraid that I'm going to break this. Setting all that aside, let's take a look at the articulation here. Krang's head is on a ball joint and it is really big. You can spin it all the way around. You can look down, you can look up. His helmet is, although it is a separate piece, it is glued onto place, so you're probably not going to be able to take it off. Pretty confident to say the same thing with the hair. Yeah, the hair is definitely a separate piece because you can spin it around if you want. Arm can spin around. Of course, this is the Andre the Giant body again. Mattel's definitely getting their money's worth out of it. Arms got a hinge up and down. Standard articulation for the elbow, less than 90. Spins around. Oh, I guess up and down. Elbow in and out. The hand is on a in and out ball joint, in and out hinge here, like most Origins figures, or all Origins figures, and can spin. We also get the spin around at the waist. He can kick up about yay far. The loincloth does interfere. He can kick back yay far. The butt interferes. And kind of like, I think the Andre the Giant figure, actually, I don't think this is the same belt from that Andre the Giant figure, but it does kind of look like it could be. But I don't remember his belt having a chain in the front. Of course, the knees bend about less than 90 degrees. We got the boot cut, and he's got the giant Masters of the Universe boots. And a hinge at the ankle, which feels like on the giant-sized figures, the hinges don't move as much. And we also have the spin. Now, we can pop him apart. Here we see his loincloth. Definitely reminds me of the Andre the Giant one, except for, like I said, I don't think he had the chain on there, or if he did, it was black and didn't stand out enough. Otherwise, again, Andre the Giant's body. The harness here is designed to come apart at the sides and can be lifted off. This would be a good body for a Hulk figure in this line if it ever crosses over with Marvel. I like that I like that his chest plate here is designed to fill in the cleavage gap at the top. And he's got a skull there, definitely going for the barbarian look. And now for the part you've all been waiting for, potentially. We have now added Krang to the mix. He does actually look a bit awkward to me, in my opinion, with the middle part in there, but because this wasn't originally designed for that, right? Because like if you look at the old turtle Krang was actually up in the chest part here, where this is literally just adding a entire section of to just a standard body instead of being in the actual body. He can still turn at the lower part of the body, and he's got a little bit of turn at the top, but not as much as previously. And he now stands way taller than the turtles. Not too bad of looking of a figure. I think it's definitely a unique take on the Krang Android body. However, can't do just that. Now you too can have Krang as part of your body. It's a Krang takeover of all the Ninja Turtles and He-Man figures. I know, that's so stupid. That doesn't look quite right, but it's still funny to do it. Actually, the color match isn't that bad between them, but so we can put Raphael's torso there if we want. And we can put Krang's torso there if we want. Now, for the more surprising part of this entire thing, so I guess all of us thought when they announced that there was a Build-A-Figure between 4 deluxes, and they announced 2 at Target and 2 at Walmart, we had all assumed that it meant that the parts for the Build-A-Figure were going to be split between all 4 of those. That's why a lot of people were kind of bitching about it, including myself. I am aware that I was irritated by that whole process, especially since how difficult it is sometimes to get stuff at Walmart. And I found this set in the wild. I've actually pre-ordered it, and the order hasn't shipped yet. And I may or may not return that one, because I might just go ahead and use the extra to display Krang in both of his modes. But yeah, so we do not have any more parts to MOTUO with this version, this figure. So I guess maybe I think April and Splinter are supposed to be the Target exclusive, so maybe the rest of them will come with them. No, maybe Krang was just too big of a deluxe figure. But as I was kind of saying before, would have been really cool if Krang had had a ball joint. Although, actually, he is soft enough that you can get him to fit on there. I think this is the best way to display your Krang figure, right there. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my stupidity at this look at Krang for the Turtles of Grayskull line of figures. Feel free to let me know in the comments if you're trying to go for them. I'm thinking that if you're watching these videos, you'll probably be you're probably also interested in the Turtles of Grayskull line. So let me know if you're going to pick this guy up. I don't think, honestly, well, I suppose technically if you just put the regular head on him, he could fit in as just like a random character in your MOTU figure line if you wanted. But otherwise, still a pretty cool figure. And if you enjoyed my look at this figure, please feel free to leave me a like. And if you are feeling very generous, you could subscribe as well. I would appreciate it. And if you hated everything I did here today, I always recommend that you share my video with your worst enemy. Peace and love. This is the Nightwolf howling at you, and today we managed to sneak our way into the top blah.